What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So Texas A&M's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Reed. Zings it complete to the right. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Owens. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play.
Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The option look. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Here's Reed to throw. Right on the money. There's some room. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Using the quick game. Across the 25, he's got room.
defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
He's got him in the flat. Breaks the tackle, and they'll knock him down.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
He wants to change this route. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. He unleashes a long one. He's got it down the field. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last.
He's got it inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This
got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Reed unloads to the right. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Running inside, it's Owens. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Texas A&M going up tempo. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So
big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run inside. It's Owens. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Right back to him on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
the big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially...
Touchdown, Aggie! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown with turning it on. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to...
Going for the big play. Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Picks up the first down. Finding some room. Touchdown, Wolverines. Once he got some room, it was over. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he's not going to take the touchback. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Throwing Reed. Makes a grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside. It's Owens. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11.
Looking for a deep man. He's got it way down the field. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Reed fires into the end zone, and he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back's got it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here's Underwood to throw. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. 4th down, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Reed to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well. But this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Underwood fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. This quarterback part of their running game. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Reed. Gonna take a shot. Makes a deep grab. There he goes. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Neither one of these offenses wasted any time settling into the game. They mashed it to the floor from the jump.
Well, it looks like routes against air at times as well. I mean, the defense just nowhere to be found on some of these plays.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Play fake, Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Texas, taking on the Texas State Bobcats. And it's the Longhorns in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
Reed on the play action. Fires on the move. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Run in the red zone. It's Owens. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. As That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the grab. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the single running back. There's a crease. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He's got the back in the middle.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1, and this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes a catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to him again. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Texas A&M going quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Trying to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Underwood to throw. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on second down, and now it's third down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here's the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking to take a shot. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Underwood bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Bryce Underwood to the air again. He's got him this time. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Throwing, Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback.
Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone.
look sweet, but they look even sweeter when he's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Reed trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who...
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Snagged out of the air. Turns it on at midfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Owens. Thrust that arm out. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Here's Reed to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. He'll try to tack on one more. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free.
He's taking the shot. Goes high to pull it in. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws it.
He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
Man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. In the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
It's complete on the right side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fitted in the window for the score. The Aggies get it right back.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Makes the grab. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the two-point conversion. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Here's Underwood to throw. Flips it out to the back. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Electrifying play, and there they set him down at the 32-yard line. No wasted time as the defense uses the timeout here. 1:54 left to play. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to the run, it's Marshall. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Big Blue with the answer.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Hart. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid.
He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
And that's a teach tape on third down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back, understanding it's third down. If they're going to throw a short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's
looking for a huge play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Fighting off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a...
Maybe some room here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll try the run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's out of bounds, picks up the first down, 11 seconds remain. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well give it to him again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together,